audio over there, picture over there, and now all that's left is to stick the microphone right there. All right. Well, here we are, back in person.
We are here.
Recording a video in person for the first time in 2.5 years.
2.5.
We're old.
I know.
We're so
It's
old.
been a long time. What were we, like, sophomores in college then?
I was probably still a freshman. I had 2 freshman years. So
No, that's true. That's true.
yeah.
Now I'm not even in college anymore.
Lucky. Just kidding. I like college.
Crazy.
College is fine.
I like
is
college
fine.
except for the homework.
Yes. I agree. I agree with that.
Yes.
But yeah. Here we are. We just saw Doctor Strange. I guess we should get right into it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so.
We can get right into it.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That's basically going to be our only topic today.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, so I feel like that can occupy a whole episode.
Yeah. And I still don't know how I feel about it. I've gone over it in the car. I've slept on it. I can like piece I can take apart like little bits and pieces that I really enjoyed
Yeah.
and notice that there was nothing that I really didn't enjoy. But I don't know why it's not like my favorite Marvel movie if that's the case. You know, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because there's nothing really that I dislike about it. But it's still like I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna go into full spoiler territory, by the way.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Little pop up on my computer. Where's my cursor? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So this is gonna be like full steam ahead spoilers, everything. So
Yes.
at this point, it's hard for me to really kind of go into it without getting into spoilers. So I'm not really even gonna give like my first general consensus.
Spoiler alert, Doctor Strange is in it. Ah!
And yeah.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot to talk about here. So if you are not caught up on it, if you haven't seen it, I guess is what I should say, then you're gonna wanna
Go watch it.
buy yourself a ticket at your nearest cinema.
Or just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus.
Exactly, in like a month.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, do you want to talk about it first, Paul, or how do we want to do it?
It don't matter to me. I liked it. I don't know why I liked it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And I'm still confused why I like it. It just I don't know. It's one of those movies that just kind of happened.
Yeah, I
But
I
like,
would agree.
you don't know why it happened
Why did it happen?
or why you even enjoyed it in the first place.
Yeah.
Even though I did enjoy it, it was a grand old time. Wong's fun. I love Wong.
I love Wong, bro.
Dude, there were so many times I thought he was gonna die in that movie.
I honestly thought he would. Just some of the stuff they showed in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like hanging off a mountain. I honestly thought we were gonna lose Wong.
They were like not making me feel happy about myself when they teased that multiple times. Yeah, do it. Do your thing.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I guess it's one of those movies that left me with more questions than answers.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, and that's probably why I'm confused, and I just didn't even catch that originally. But I feel satisfied still. Like, imagine if The Last Jedi had you satisfied.
Imagine if The Last Jedi was good.
Like, it left you with the same amount of questions leaving the movie, but you were happy.
Okay, yeah. Imagine if it was a good movie.
Which is weird why I'm saying it, because I actually halfway enjoyed the movie. But I can still admit that I was disappointed with the amount of questions it left me with.
Yeah.
But just imagine that, but you were happy about it. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Leave a like, please subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
See you in the next one.
Nah, we're not ending it on that. You still haven't given your review, especially.
There's still a post-credit scene.
There's a post-credit scene of Andrew's
Yeah.
review.
Like half of the thing.
And then we just drop the Lego movie.
There's, this movie was kind of confusing. So, like,
yes.
I feel like in certain ways it kind of dropped the ball, but in certain ways I also really, really appreciated it. Like, I overall, I liked it. I don't know if I had to give it, like, a score out of, like, 10, I don't know what I would give it.
Me neither. That's the part that's, like, making me lose my mind, is because that's typically how I do things.
Yeah.
I put a number to it, but I can't put a number to this.
I know. I don't really, like...
Like, it's impossible.
I know. Like, because I want to... I was going to say, like, a 6, but I was like, that's too low.
Yeah.
But then 7, I don't know. So I'm still thinking on that.
I think I'm in between a 7 and an 8.
Okay.
But I feel like an 8's way too generous and a 7's way too disrespectful.
I know.
But I also feel like 6 is the correct answer. But I don't feel like it is.
No. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's a interesting movie. I think there were certain things that I think, like, should have been in it, and that's a subjective thing. So that's not necessarily, I guess, like a legitimate criticism. But like,
what do you think was?
But like, there were certain things that I feel like could have been resolved or brought up in this movie. So like, okay, my first example. This is a little bit nitpicky maybe, but is Mordo. So the first Doctor Strange movie,
you told me about this.
Post-credit scene, they give you this. They basically say that Mordo's going to be this big villain, right? Or even if he's not big, you at least get the idea that he's probably going to be the next villain for the Doctor Strange movie. Then the trailers, you're like, oh, Mordo's in it. Okay, so we'll probably see that story play out. It's not even the same Mordo. It's Mordo from a different universe, Earth 838, I guess.
Yeah.
And
They also wrote off the original fight with the original Mordo that apparently happened somewhere in Marvel that Doctor Strange brought up before meeting that universe's Mordo. It was weird. It was very weird.
So, like, there's a conflict between them because of what happens with Strange. I'm not going to do, like, a whole synopsis just because if you're watching this, you've probably already seen the movie. But, so you know that there is a whole thing where Strange kind of betrayed them, used the Darkhold. So, Mordo...
obviously has his trust issues.
Yeah, exactly. And so he's like not. So they have a conflict, but it's not the same conflict as the first one. So I thought that was a little weird because it feels like that's a big thing that they need to resolve at some point. So maybe they still will. There's obviously, as we learn in the end of this one, there's going to be a third Doctor Strange movie, but it doesn't seem like Mordo is really relevant at this point, now that we have Charlize Theron come up as, I think she's supposed to be Clea, just from what I've heard, some significant Doctor Strange character. But we can talk about post-credit scene later. And also it says Doctor Strange will return. But so that was kind of a small thing. Also, and this is a subjective story thing, but like the first trailer that they show you, the post-credit scene of Spider-Man, made it seem like, or with some of the voiceovers, if I remember right, they basically said something along the lines of like, you'll answer for your crimes or something. So my thought was that his kind of tampering with the multiverse, which was something that he wasn't necessarily supposed to do in No Way Home, was going to kind of result in this movie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. No, that makes sense.
It was going to kind of lead into this, but this almost felt like a
different thing.
Yeah, it felt like the way that they introduced the multiverse in this movie was completely separate, as if his actions in No Way Home, besides kind of a throwaway line about, oh, I'm familiar with the multiverse because of Spider-Man, it didn't really feel like it... I don't know. It didn't feel like No Way Home had to happen in order to set up this movie. Do you see what I'm saying? I thought it would. Which, like, that's kind of a subjective story thing, that it's not like, the movie is worse because of it. I thought it would have... Yeah, like, 4 out of 10. Like, I thought it
on a
would
good
have.
day.
Yeah, when I'm feeling generous. Like, I thought it would have made sense for that to kind of be the reason for that. But, that's. I still think the whole America Chavez thing was a good way to do it.
I liked her character.
I did too. She
cool.
wasn't a very well fleshed out character.
No.
But I think she was good. With
what they were trying to go for.
Yeah. And
we'll probably see her again.
I would imagine so. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they gave her own show or something.
That'd be cool.
Which, yeah, I'd be down with that. I didn't know anything about the character. I know I think she's a pretty new comic book character, so I don't think she has like a ton of history in the comics from what I understand.
Nice.
I'm gonna scoot this over just like a little bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like
thing.
receding out of the frame. Okay, there we go. But I liked her. Yeah, she was cool. I guess I'm just getting negative criticisms out of the way. There we go. I was talking about this with my brother on the way back. Wanda seemed a little. I don't know how I felt about her being just the straight up villain of the movie. I knew she would be a form of antagonist.
I thought that was a bold play, honestly.
Yeah,
that was a bold play.
She was like a villain, and it seemed a little quick from WandaVision. Now I don't know how much time has taken place in between WandaVision and this movie, but it seemed like, in WandaVision she felt really guilty for enslaving the people of Westview. This movie, she's willing to kill everyone in Kamartaj just to see her children. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I'm saying Kamartaj right. I don't even know how it's spelled.
Kamartaj?
So comatose.
Comatose.
But like
I think it's Kamartaj.
I think, yeah, something like that. But like, so it felt a little sudden for her to kind of be willing to just like destroy everything just to see her children. Also, does that mean, I guess something that brought up is, does that mean that everything in Westview that she created in other realities is real? Because like, she created this just from her mind, but
Ooh.
do you see what I'm saying? Because that means, because she was saying, I'm a mother in other realities. So like, basically Westview, her life there was real in other realities. So it was like, does that mean that Westview is like the way that she turned Westview into this kind of like reality tailored to her, basically? Does that mean that that's real in other reality? I don't know. They didn't really get into that beyond like.
That's a kind of a big plot hole that I didn't even see.
I don't know if it's a plot hole or if it just really changes WandaVision. But
yeah,
it's
whoa.
But I'm also surprised that she didn't in those other. I don't know. We didn't even see Vision or anything in those other realities. Which, I mean,
True.
I guess that just means he could have died in all those other realities.
Yeah.
Just in every reality, he's lost for this world. But I don't know. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I just thought that was kind of interesting that was the way that they took that. So, I mean, she was good. I think I would have liked to see her. What I thought was going to happen is she was going to be an antagonist and then up to a certain point, she was going to kind of realize what she was doing, and there was going to be like a greater evil that they had to fight, and she and Strange were going to team up, and because so early on in the movie they revealed her intentions and had the whole battle with Kamartaj and all this stuff. I thought that meant that was going to be kind of the climax of the fight with her.
Yeah. And
then later we were going to see somebody else that they had to fight, which, I mean, they did fight other people like the evil Strange and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean,
and now she's dead.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's kind of starting to sink in now that she's dead for me.
I know. I feel
they can't really continue the story. Not from that perspective, at least. Maybe they can like grab a multiverse, another universe, Scarlet Witch, and be like, "Hey, she's all right. Here she is."
Yeah, I guess that's what the
weird.
multiverse opens up, is now nobody's really dead, which I kind of hate, because that kind of feels like every character death can just be retconned by, here's a multiverse version.
Yeah, it feels kind of cheap.
Yeah, which they haven't done yet.
But if it does happen, it feels cheap.
Yeah, exactly. They did it a little bit with Gamora, I mean, that wasn't multiverse. That was time travel. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I thought the movie was cool. I liked what they did with it. I thought Doctor Strange's journey was interesting. I thought Sam Raimi's direction was really like
interesting.
It felt like an old, almost like a 90s or early 2000s superhero movie. Some of his choices almost felt, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess it's because I know his Spider-Man movies, and so, like, it was some of his camera choices, some of his transitions, and, like, were, like, really, really interesting. And they were kind of cheesy, kind of corny, but I feel like that's just kind of the kind of filmmaker Sam Raimi is. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, I've only seen his Spider-Man movies. I haven't seen, like, Evil Dead or any of his, like, classic zombie movies. But that kind of, like, you know, classic horror movie stamp was on this. I mean, it was still a Marvel movie at its core, but, like, I feel like he was trying to do something really unique with it, and I think for the most part it worked.
Yeah, there were a few blemishes, I would say.
Yeah.
Not a few, maybe a couple. One being the whole, what you just brought up with Westview.
Yeah.
That kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't even think about that until you said it.
Yeah, the screenplay was a little interesting. Some of the story was kind of interesting.
I will say there's another blemish that I think happened was at the very end when his third eye just was like kind of killing him almost in the middle of New York.
Guitar solo in the middle of
exactly.
New York.
And then the post-credit scenes just show, like you talked about this yesterday after we left the theater. It's like, oh, now he's fine in the post-credit scene. Like,
yeah.
How on earth did we get there? Like, how much time did we skip?
Yeah.
Without us knowing. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, like the movie leaves you on this cliffhanger of, oh, this darkness is still in him. And then it's like it almost got resolved in the time that we got to the mid-credits scene. And he's just like, hey, and his eye opens and he jumps through this portal that she cuts open with a knife or whatever. But, so I don't know. That was that, and that kind of leads me to one other negative criticism. Then I will get into what I liked more than I already did. But, like, some of the special effects weren't great. And I've been seeing Marvel, I think, slowly decline, or just some of them felt a little lazy. Some of the green screens were really, like, some times that they would fly, I was like, that is them pulling them on wires, you know? and the eye, it just looked like they used just like the most basic like Adobe Premiere tool to like put another eye in the middle of his forehead. You know, I feel
like his forehead's kind of clean like that to begin with, and I
guess, and like when you got up close to it, like when he was like skewered on the fence or whatever, and she like walked up to him and it went, like that. That looked good, but when it was like a little farther out, I don't know, it looked a little funky to me.
No,
but
that makes sense.
I'm not a special effects guru or anything. I do notice when things are a little off-putting, but
I know how to use DaVinci, kind of, not really.
I can cut stuff and I can sync audio. That's about it.
Yeah. But, I will say, adding the intro and the outro to our podcast episode last time,
dude, that looked sick.
Made me feel like a genius.
No, that looked really good.
That made me feel really good about myself. Not gonna lie.
Dude, it should. That looked really good. I wasn't even like thinking about anything like that, and you were like, "Look at this," and I was like,
"Yeah, it shook me too. It just kind of happened in the moment. I don't know how."
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, this movie sucked. Nah, it was good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was hearing I was surprised that I was hearing a lot more negative reviews than positive. I feel like usually with Marvel movies, critically, you hear tons of positive stuff. I mean, there's always those like Marvel haters out there.
But there's also the Eternals and the Hulk.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Hulk, but yeah, What If was kind of trash.
Yeah.
I didn't like it anyway, I should say. I guess now we know that it is significant for the movies because we see Captain Carter.
She did.
She's in half. She's
Yo, should we talk about those cameos?
She got Darth Maul, bro.
She got Darth Maul.
Yeah, let's talk about those cameos, bro. Black Bolt, for one.
He's dead, too.
Yeah, they all are.
They're all dead. All the cameos are dead. Even Thanos was dead.
Yeah, he was.
It's just...
Like...
Josh Brolin came in to to play dead.
Do you think they even got Josh Brolin?
No, I doubt it.
It's like, hey man, do
I
you
don't
want a
remember
cameo in this
seeing-
movie? He's like, yeah, sure. So you're just gonna
be dead.
you're just gonna have a sword through your chest? Okay.
Like I wasn't paying attention when the credits rolled. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been funny if just Josh Brolin showed up at the credits,
I actually thought
collected his check, and moved on.
I like the cameos because I felt like
They were good.
they didn't overtake the movie. Because sometimes cameos can be so much that it's like, okay, you're just doing this to get fans' attention. They were, I mean, obviously they were doing that, but that's totally fine. But like, I thought it was done well. Anson Mount, or however you say his name, from the Inhumans show that nobody watched, I looked and it's the same actor.
Oh, really?
He came back as Black Bolt.
Oh, cool.
Only now his suit looks even better.
It was a really cool suit.
It was like really comic accurate. It looked great, or I thought it was comic accurate. I haven't read a single Inhumans comic.
Me neither.
But I've known from pictures that it looked good. Which he was the one I didn't expect. I got John Krasinski as Reed Richards spoiled for me. Like a week before, I was scrolling through Twitter because John Krasinski was trending on Twitter.
Twitter's an awful place. Don't go there.
I assumed it was just because people were like fan casting and they were like, what if we see Reed Richards? And some of them were like that. But then I scrolled to one tweet that was
like he was actually cast as Reed
yeah,
Richards.
I saw one tweet that was literally them filming the theater. I was like, that's a real video, isn't it? And it was. And I didn't get spoiled what happens to him. I just got that he was in it.
That happened to me though.
Did you get spoiled that he died?
I kept watching that scene where they.
Why?
I don't know. It looked entertaining.
Like, okay, I like this.
They blew out. I completely had forgotten until after I left that I actually saw them die.
Oh dang! Did
Yeah.
you see Black Bolt and everything?
Yeah, I saw Black Bolt die. I saw everybody but Captain Marvel die.
Okay.
Like that's the only one that I thought would actually
Dang.
make it, but no, she died too.
I
Dang it.
as more of them started to, or like after Reed Richards died, I was like, they're all gonna go, aren't
Yeah.
they? This is gonna be
Bro, she snapped.
Professor X.
Yeah, Professor X.
That was scary. Okay,
neck.
so
That's crazy.
the way they did the horror stuff, I thought was good. It wasn't a full horror movie by any means. They still pulled their punches a little bit.
Too. It was
Yeah,
so sudden.
but he was just like, he was in like this white abyss, and then all of a sudden just I was like,
yeah, just broke his neck.
and like, which I thought the way they did Professor X was good. So like,
Facts. Yeah.
because I don't think we need to see Patrick Stewart. I want to see the X-Men recast personally, because those old movies got so confusing, the timelines and everything. I would like to see the MCU just start over with the X-Men. But I thought this was a good way to have to have Patrick Stewart reprise his role. People go, "What?" But like, but to still leave room for, we can still recast. This isn't the main universe Professor X. Also, I think this is supposed to be, and I could be wrong on this, it seems like this is supposed to be the Patrick Stewart, the Professor X from the animated series from the 90s, because his wheelchair thing is the same, the big like yellow thing. Also, they played like a quick version of the theme when he came into the arena or whatever, when
That's
he
kinda
first
cool.
rolled in.
I didn't notice that.
So I don't know, or it's supposed to be like a version of that character. But so I don't know if it's even supposed to be the same Professor X from, the Hugh Jackman movies. But
Right.
but like, I thought the cameos were good, and having them all die was not. I didn't expect that. I didn't have it spoiled.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I had no idea that was gonna happen.
I didn't know Reed Richards was gonna turn into a Twizzler. One of those peel apart Twizzlers at the end.
I couldn't tell what it was when
He's-
on Twitter when I was looking at the spoiler. Like like the quality's not good. When you
Yeah.
record. I couldn't tell what was happening to him.
Dang, like they're really gonna do that.
Wow.
Well, also it brings up the question, and this is maybe this is beyond Doctor Strange, but just a quick side note. Does that mean, are we gonna get John Krasinski as like, because there's a Fantastic Four movie
I
coming
hope
out near future. Does that mean it's gonna be John Krasinski,
I
or
hope
was
so.
this their way of just like appeasing fans, being like, here's your John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Now we're gonna cast somebody else. Which personally, I'd be fine with that because, well, I don't know anything about Reed Richards from the comics, so I don't know if John Krasinski is best for the part or not. I think it would be cool to see him. I love John Krasinski, so I think that'd be cool.
I think it'd be cool.
But there's probably other actors who could play him just as well. So I don't know.
I want John back.
I would love to see it.
I don't want anyone else, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he killed it.
There was another actor somebody brought up, and I don't remember what his name was, but I saw somebody on Twitter saying there was this one actor that they really wanted to see. Well, I don't really want to spend a long time scrolling through Twitter to find it, but that tweet existed. But I think it'd be cool. Also, I heard people bring up that since John Watts exited the project, that John Krasinski could even direct it too, like he did with A Quiet Place, both Quiet Place movies.
Huh.
So, which I'd be down to see. I love the Quiet Place movies. So
Yeah.
the first one especially is like one of my favorite movies. So
That'd be cool.
I don't know if it'll happen, but yeah. So that, and I don't know if that means they'll do anything with Inhumans either. Like, Black Bolt. Probably not. I feel like it was probably a way to be like, to acknowledge the Inhumans and bring back this actor.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I doubt they'll. It does. I mean, they have so many other franchises, so many new characters. I doubt the Inhumans will be like something they're really going to spend time focusing on. Maybe at some point.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've got enough on their plate that this was just kind of a way to be like, here's Black Bolt, because I think he's part of the Illuminati in the comics. So
Nice.
But so yeah, I mean, I thought that was good to see a lot of them, but they didn't spend so much time on them that it was like distracting from the movie. It was enough to be like, oh wow, those characters are in it, but like, it's still I don't know. It's still, the story still stayed on Doctor Strange and Wanda. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I liked it. I think Sam Raimi did some really interesting things with some camera choices, some editing choices. I know he wasn't the editor, but the director still has say in that. Some of that. Some of it was goofy, but I feel like that was more or less purposeful.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like a... Because Spider-Man No Way Home was goofy.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like they handled the goofiness in this one better
Mm-hmm.
than Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought it's one of those I really don't know what to say entirely. I can't like boil my thoughts down to one concise like, I liked this movie for this, or I didn't like it for this. I kind of like have specific things that I can target, but like overall, I liked it, but I couldn't really say. I don't know. It's hard to sum up, and it's hard to really properly express in words.
The themes were cool
how I
too.
felt.
I liked their play on just fear and kind of just America when she's afraid. It's kind of when her powers trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet Witch is kind of afraid of not being with her kids. Doctor Strange, I don't know. I guess it's a fear of being happy, kind of.
I think it was kind of... I feel like it was kind of almost like this is going to sound stupid, but almost like a fear of missing out. Because I feel like
that's better. Yeah.
With Christine, it almost... To me, it felt like it wasn't so much that he just loved her so much he just needs Christine. It was more about the question of what could have been, because like he missed out on so much time. And I don't know if Christine got snapped.
I don't think she did.
I don't think she did. So I feel like that's part of the reason, he gave up so much, and it's kind of this battle of being the hero. Did I do the right thing? Am I even a hero? So
yeah, because he made the call to give up the time stone.
Yeah,
and he was catching slack from that dude at the wedding and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, exactly. So like he, I think it was a question of what would happen if I didn't do this. Did I make the right call? Not pursuing Christine, pursuing this instead. I liked that, and seeing that multiverse version of Christine, I think was helpful for him and kind of his journey and kind of letting go and moving on. So
yeah,
I thought that was interesting. I will say another thing, and I feel like I'm bringing up so much negative stuff about it. I didn't hate the movie at all. I really liked it, but there wasn't. They didn't go to that many different universes. Is that like they jumped through a bunch when
Yeah.
America first activated her powers, and they jumped through like the paint and the cartoon and the old movie and whatever.
Yeah, but as far as long term, they really were just at 3.
Yeah, they were in 838. The like
6?
Yeah, 616, the main one, and then like the weird one that was like falling apart with Evil Strange or whatever for a short time.
Yeah, it was just those 3.
And then like Wanda, I guess whatever reality she went to see her kids, I guess that was probably a separate reality.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, and I'm fine that we didn't go through like every reality. You know, people were saying,
Yeah, I
what
don't
if we
think
see Ben Affleck Daredevil? What if we see Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider? I'm like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily need to go into so many universes.
Yeah, I feel like everybody, and that honestly, that could be. Some of that could be the way that fans kind of built it up, because I think a lot of people were expecting this to be this huge climactic multiverse event where there's all these cameos, all this stuff happens, we see all these different universes. So maybe that was just a thing of the way people built it up. You know, I don't know if this movie was trying to be that massive event as much as maybe it was kind of just, you know, another Doctor Strange movie where the multiverse was a big part of it. But we will see more of that in the future.
Right.
I think they're slowly building it up. I don't know what they're building up. I mean, I guess probably Kang.
I want Kang to come back so bad.
We obviously know that he's going to be kind of the big villain of this next phase.
Literally, the last 30 minutes of Loki is my favorite 30 minutes in the MCU.
Really?
Yeah. Just his spiel is amazing.
Yeah.
To me, at least. It fascinates me.
I need to watch it again, because when I first watched it, the Loki finale was a little anticlimactic. I didn't hate it by any means. It was just like I wasn't expecting all the stuff they were building up. I wasn't expecting pretty much the whole last episode to just be one big monologue.
Yeah.
Which it was, you know, I think if I look back on it and kind of knew a little more what to expect, I'd be like, okay, now that was pretty cool. But, you know, so.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah, I haven't really gone back and rewatched any of them. I'd like to rewatch WandaVision. That was like...
I've done that already, too.
So far, that's my favorite not MCU project. Favorite Phase 4 project.
Yes. It's between that one and Loki for me.
That and Spider-Man are my top favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
But...
I like Elizabeth Olsen's personality.
No, dude,
I do.
She kills this role, dude.
She does. She's amazing. But she's dead now. Why is she dead?
I know. Like,
Sam, bring her back.
I thought it was going to be like WandaVision, you know, it was like the beginning of the Scarlet Witch. This movie, we really see her as the Scarlet Witch, and then from then on, we're going to see kind of her do more as that. But it's like, Scarlet Witch, she's trying to kill people, and then she realized what she did, and she's dead. It's hard to know with a lot of these superhero projects. I mean, they always say if you don't see the body, they're not dead. But I have no idea how she would have made it out of that.
No. I mean, she's Scarlet Witch, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Kevin Feige went on the record to say that she's pretty much the most powerful person in the MCU.
And this movie showed that, because she is...
She's
Bro, she was...
She scares me.
Dude, she was scary in this movie.
Me.
I think bringing in Sam Raimi was a great move, because they really... I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, they pulled their punches a little bit, just because they can't make it a full-blown horror movie. But, I mean... They made it work. Yeah.
For sure.
Her, like, some of those hallway scenes where she was, like, chasing them through the hallway, and then, like, you know, just, like...
She came around the corner instead of bursting through the door.
She went, and I was like, and then, like we said, like, I think the scariest part, or, like, the most shocking for me was was Professor X.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Because it's just kind of, like, all of a sudden, it's just... And I wasn't expecting them to kill off Professor X, either.
Yeah, it was so swift.
Yeah, and then, well, probably the first really shocking moment was Black Bolt, just because I didn't know they were gonna kill everybody. So when she's like, "What mouth?"
Yeah, me neither.
And then he goes,
I didn't know anything.
Wait, did you see the tweet I sent you?
Oh, from this morning? Yeah. I did.
You reacted to it.
Yeah, I did. That picture.
Somebody on Twitter,
spoilers.
Abraham 54992597 tweeted the scene. Tweeted the quotes. Said what mouth and then Black Bull. Bro, his
so
head
bad.
went
Caved in.
I was
literally.
like, oh.
Yeah, that was so graphic.
Like I was not expecting them to do that.
Yeah. Scary.
But like, yeah. And then Captain Carter said the line. She said, "Oh, I can do this all day." I was like,
"Oh, I can do this all day."
What?
And then she died 15 seconds
later.
later.
I was like, well, I guess you can't.
Maybe that was just the rest of the day, though. Maybe there was 15 seconds left in the day.
Like, yeah, midnight. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
But, like, I wonder, is that the Captain Carter that we saw in What If? Or is this just, like, there's another universe
There's no way
where the same thing happened?
There's no way What If is canon.
What If? I mean,
until the Watcher shows up.
There's an infinite multiverse, so I do think What If is canon. I thought we were going to see some of that in this. Like, the Evil Strange that was in this, or, that,
I mean,
like,
they
Wax
basically
Strange. I thought it was
some of it in this.
Yeah.
Zombie Strange.
I mean,
Captain
Zombie
Carter.
Strange he was just the dead version of the Defender Strange.
It was a
but
Zombie Strange.
Basically a Zombie Strange, yeah.
Zombie Strange. Yeah.
I will say, this is such a minor criticism, but it was when Zombie Strange was talking.
Yeah, it looked fake. It looked like a mask.
Well, that, but also, yeah, it did. It was obvious prosthetics, but also, like, I'm almost positive that they had to ADR, like voiceover, like, dub that, because...
Did they? Oh, wow.
Because, like, his, half of his face couldn't even, his lips couldn't even connect.
Yeah.
But he was saying, like, P's and M's, like, syllable, or, like, consonants that you pretty much have to connect your lips for, and they weren't connecting. But yet he was still saying them perfectly fine. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah,
and so I was like, it was such a minor thing. It didn't affect my enjoyment of the movie. I just noticed that.
0 out of 10 movie.
Like, it was gonna be like a 7 out of 10, 0 out of 10
so
now,
bad.
just because of that, like, 5 minutes of Doctor Strange.
What's the Stormtrooper thing? What do you think, man? What do you think of Doctor Strange?
I think he's just handing it back to us.
0 out of 10.
There's also a piano behind us, so we could have a magic duel with piano.
That was
piano
cool.
Keys.
I liked that.
No, it was funny.
That. Don't make fun of that.
No, I'm not making fun of it. I was not expecting it. That was just like, of all of the ways for Strange to have a fight,
yes,
I was not expecting for him to go ding and then be like.
That's how they recorded the entire soundtrack. They just had 2 Doctor Stranges fight.
It was just Danny Elfman in the studio with, like, just using sorcery, just like
and 2 Benedict Cumberbatches
doing epic guitar solos. No, the soundtrack was sick though. The electric guitar that they used.
It was very cool.
It would be like, like a shot of, like, Wanda's eyes. It was like, pew! I was like, that's kind of cool actually. There was just like choices like that just felt really unique. Like, I feel like every time a new Marvel project comes up, I'm like, they did something different, but, like, I do feel like they legitimately did something pretty different with some of those scenes, like some of, like, the ritual scenes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, some of they used, like, a bunch of, like, fade transitions, and there was one that was. Did you notice the transition where it was, like, on Strange, and they do, like, the thing where it was, like, the little circle that goes down into a black screen, then it, like, comes back up. Do you know the transition that I'm talking about?
I think
in a lot of, like, old movies and stuff.
Or are you talking about the one where Wong showed up?
Was it Wong?
Like,
was
just
like,
kind of walked up,
and then they went back out, and it was on Wanda. It was a really interesting transition.
Oh, I was thinking of a different transition where it was like Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange talking, and then Wong kind of just showed up, like, blurry. In his face.
I do know what you're talking about.
I thought that was just hilarious. Like,
that was
hi,
so
Wong.
Fun. That was a real. Oh man, some of those editing choices were like
they were cool.
Were interesting, but I really liked them. Yeah.
I mean, overall, Phase 4 has just been a different vibe, and I kind of like it.
It has been. I really like some of the stuff they're doing. You gotta watch Moon Knight, bro.
I do.
Moon Knight's great.
I do.
I watched all. Last time I think it was on the podcast, I'd only seen the first one. Now I've seen the whole series, and it's really good.
I have only seen the first one still.
Oscar Isaac is so good.
I know what I'm doing when I get back to Mississippi. That's the first thing
Yeah.
I'm gonna get through is Moon Knight. I'm gonna do it.
6 episodes, bro.
I've got 5 more left. It's easy. I can knock that out.
Exactly. The last one is actually the shortest one. It's only 43 minutes.
Only 43 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought it was going to be
Post-credit scene?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Is it worth it?
I would say, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Nice. Does it show somebody? Well, no, actually, that would be... No, probably
Yeah,
not.
I can't spoil it for you.
Well, I was going to say it probably doesn't show a cameo because that would have gone against everything that they said about the show to begin with, that it's just standalone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
No, the post-credit scene's important, though, for sure.
Okay. Cool.
But, yeah, it's great. The acting is great. I mean, it's not without flaw, but overall, I thought it was a really good series. I was going to say I don't know anything about Moon Knight in the comics, but I don't know anything about most of the characters, honestly. I've barely read any Marvel comics, and I feel like a fake fan for admitting that. I've read some Spider-Man comics and, like, one Avengers comic. I started the Ta-Nehisi Coates run of Black Panther, and I have not finished it. I have not finished the first volume, so. Dang. The art was cool. I remember the art was really cool.
Yeah, judging off the title of that, it seems like the art would be pretty cool.
Yeah, the author, Ta-Nehisi Coates, I think that's his name.
Oh, that was just the author.
Yeah, no, that's the author. I think, gosh, is that his name? He's not typically a comic book writer. He's typically a novelist, but he wrote, yeah, Ta-Nehisi Coates. Oh, well,
wow.
Maybe he does do more comics than I thought because he wrote a Captain America comic. Okay, I might be wrong on that. I thought he typically only did novels, but
that art was pretty cool though.
That's.
If it's similar to that, I don't know if it is.
No, it's Black Panther. Let me show you.
Oh wow.
And then like the inside, what is the? Let me see if I can find some of the inside art, or like the actual art in the comic.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That's fire.
Yeah, and
that
like
is
the way that they do some of his like suit and the way that I think some of it was it after the movie? I can't remember. I feel like sometimes Marvel Comics will change their characters depending on the movie, but
that looked like it was based off of Chadwick.
I think so. So I think it was at least after Civil War, if I remember right, because I think it is 2016. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day. I don't think it was you, about how Civil War is still holds up as one of my favorite MCU projects.
Oh, it's definitely one of mine.
Like,
I still only have 3 10 out of 10 Marvel movies, and that's one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the other two?
The first Doctor Strange and Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm a big fan of Phase 3. Big Phase 3 guy.
I think my favorite, I don't know, maybe this will change, but I think my favorite MCU project so far is probably either Civil War or Spider-Man Far From Home. People hate on Far From Home. I don't know why.
I don't hate on it.
They didn't when it came out. What's weird is that it didn't seem like they did when it came out.
Yeah,
but then No Way Home came out, and people were like, Far From Home was the worst one. I was like, what? I thought Homecoming was the worst one.
I'm on that.
Homecoming is really good, but if I had to put all of them together, I would say Homecoming is probably the worst one of all three.
Yeah. Honestly, it's probably one of my... I don't think it's bad when I say this, but it's probably one of my least favorite Marvel movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I would definitely not say that for myself, but it is. I think it's my least favorite of the Spider-Man story in the MCU.
I also agree with that, technically speaking, because if it's one of my least favorite ones...
I don't even know what I would say my least favorite Marvel project is, honestly.
What If?
Yeah, actually, probably so. It'd probably be What If.
What
I
If?
haven't seen The Incredible Hulk. I think I've seen pretty much everything else besides The Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk's worth it, I think.
Okay, I want to see it.
It's a little overhated. The CGI's not bad. The story's kind of what is nice about it. It's simple, and it's cool. It's just weird seeing Edward Norton instead of Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they give off very different vibes.
They do. But, I mean, it's in the universe. Thunderbolt Ross is in it.
Yeah.
His
Tony
daughter's
Stark,
in it.
Doesn't Tony Stark show up in the end?
Yeah, in a post-credit scene.
Okay. So it's definitely in the MCU. I just haven't seen it. And then I haven't seen Thor: The Dark World in a long time, and I think I saw it on TV, so I didn't even get the full experience. That's probably one of my least favorites, though, if I remember right. Just it wasn't bad. I just remember it being really boring, or like I just didn't really care about.
It's
what
kind
was
of
going
all
on.
over the place.
Like Thor has never been one of my favorite characters anyway.
Aw,
And
what?
well, okay,
What?
he's gotten a lot better when he first comes in. Just kind of the whole vibe of the movie isn't like my favorite.
I guess that's fair.
But
I love what the Russos did with him, though.
yeah, like Taika Waititi in Thor Ragnarok. I have mixed
him too.
I have mixed feelings about some of that just because I do feel like they turn him a little too much into like another Tony Stark or like another, just how he's always joking and always kind of being goofy.
Yes, that's why I don't like it as much as the other two. Yes.
So like I didn't love it.
And
works.
people want to yell at me for not liking Ragnarok.
It works with the vibe of the movie because like Taika Waititi has a very specific like brand of humor that really worked for that movie. But I have mixed feelings about how from that movie on into Infinity War and Endgame.
Bro lost his hammer, his dad, and his hometown, and was still goofing off later in the movie.
And I think I will say I think it was Infinity War that they did a pretty good job of that, where he's you kind of see the way that affects him.
Yeah, because then Loki died.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot that's how
and
the
then
movie
he didn't
starts.
go for Thanos' head, and
Yeah.
he blamed himself.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Going for the head.
Bro. Of course he's gonna be depressed.
Yeah, my man is going through
Taika Waititi. I love you, Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder, I think, is going to be great.
Me too.
It looks really good.
Like, I feel like this is probably where they should start actually, like, making Thor all goofy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good time for goofy Thor. Which is probably why I'll end up liking it the most.
Yeah. It looks really good. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like I'll really enjoy Love and Thunder.
Yes, me too.
Because I feel like, just in general, I feel like when you give more, like, creative liberty and more opportunity for a filmmaker to do their own thing, I feel like it shows.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is also written by Taika Waititi.
Right.
So Ragnarok was just directed by him. This one is actually written and directed by him. So I feel like it's just going to be more coherent in
Who
the
wrote
way
Ragnarok?
that I don't remember. I don't think it's written by him anyway. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard that it was only.
Didn't they just go like off the script anyway? For most
There's a
of it?
lot of
So,
improvisation. Yeah.
Like, why would you even write a
Yeah.
script for Taika?
So the
at this
script is
point?
basically just for the story.
Taika doesn't need a writer. I mean, they're their own writers.
The writers are Craig Kyle, Christopher L. Yost, and Eric Pearson.
Not anymore. They improved.
Eric
anymore.
Pearson also wrote Black Widow.
Oh, nice. Black Widow's cool.
Yeah, Black Widow was pretty good. I would say it wasn't like one of the stronger MCU projects, but it definitely wasn't bad.
I still think I like it over Doctor Strange though.
Multiverse of Madness? Or
Yeah,
the
this one.
First Doctor Strange?
The new one.
I don't know. Black Widow starts out really strong. I think the last act falls off.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Have you seen the scene that people have been clowning on where Yelena's like jumping off the thing and the green screen looks absolutely horrible?
They were all jumping off of a lot of stuff. I can't remember.
It was like towards the end, and you like think she's gonna like sacrifice herself or something, and Natasha's like, "Don't do it!"
Yeah.
And the green screen, and people are like, "Bro, how did this win Best Special Effects?"
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it actually won, but it got like nominated, and Eternals didn't. The special effects
didn't.
No.
That was like one of the good things
the
about the
special
movie.
effects of that movie were great. Like when the Celestials would appear.
Wow,
when,
dude. That was
like,
yeah, right.
That was so good.
Reminded me of like the Reapers in Mass Effect. They just kind of and make their noise.
I don't know what that means, but I trust you. Because I
Mass
just
Effect's
don't know
such a
Mass
good game.
Effect.
I'm sorry, I'm such a nerd.
No, it's fine. I know you love it. I just can't relate.
They're just like the They're like if you took the Celestials, and instead of kind of making them look like humans, they look like flying scorpion spider things.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they can shoot like red beams out of their eye. It's kind of cool.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm a nerd. I'm not ashamed.
I need to watch Eternals again.
I don't think I need to watch it again.
The problem is it's 2.5 hours.
Yes.
That's a
2.5 hours of Eternals.
I will say
I'm going for Druig if I do watch it.
Druig.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm going for
Druig
the
was
characters in general.
Druig, Makari, and who was the other one? Oh, Thena. They were my favorites.
Thena was
awesome.
awesome.
Great.
Oh, and Thena's love interest.
Gilgamesh.
Yes, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh
I
was
love
great.
Gilgamesh.
I'm sorry. My audio thing went down, and I was like, because I've had that thing happen before where if my computer goes dark, my audio stops recording. And I was
No.
like,
Yeah.
So.
Good thing you saved that. But yeah, Gilgamesh was nice. R.I.P.
He was
Gilgamesh.
really cool. I know. But yeah, Doctor Strange was great. Or
Yes.
well, it was good. I don't know if
The
I don't know
Marvel
if great-
Cinematic Universe is great.
Exactly. There's
Sometimes.
and they don't show any plans of slowing down. Kevin Feige might right now be on a creative retreat to plan out the next
Yeah, I
10
heard about
years.
that.
10 years? Yeah.
Bro, just end it.
I'm going to be 32.
Put a feather
in
in
10
the cap,
years.
bro. Is that what that means? I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but end it.
Put a cap on the bottle and just throw the bottle away. Do something new.
It's definitely got some life in it
Yes.
still, but like
how much more
for
though?
10 more years.
It doesn't feel like it has
I don't
10
know.
more years worth.
I think in 10 years it's gonna like we're gonna see not the fall of it. It'll just be it'll be unrecognizable. I feel like, and like I feel like most of the actors are gonna be like, or at least a lot of the like veterans are gonna be like
gone.
I don't want to be here anymore. Like Benedict Cumberbatch, I feel like he's gonna be like I don't want to be Doctor Strange
He
anymore.
did say though he wants to keep doing it.
That's true. I think he's great at it. So
Yeah.
I'd love to see. I think
He seems like a cool dude. Honestly.
Dude, I know. Yeah, I want to talk to Benedict Cumberbatch. I think him and Elizabeth Olsen are definitely the strongest points in this movie. Her performance as Wanda has always been great. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, Wong. Wong is also great. Okay,
dude. Put some respect on his name.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, and isn't the actor's name actually Benedict Wong?
I think so.
So
The Benedicts.
yeah, all three of them, great.
I would bow to Wong any day of the week.
I know, bro. You don't have to tell me to bow to the Sorcerer's Supreme.
I'd just do it, even if he wasn't the Sorcerer's Supreme.
Yeah, I'd see Benedict Wong on the street. I'd be like, you deserve my respect.
Facts.
But yeah, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was the costume design was great.
Yeah.
Like the Scarlet Witch costume.
Fire.
Like I just love how they're able to take kind of strange comic book costumes and like not strange.
Yes,
this is a knee slapper. Not sorry. And like adapt them accurately, but in a way that doesn't look really stupid. Mm-hmm. You know, like some of those old comic book designs, even like Scarlet Witch especially, look kind of stupid. Mm-hmm. But like they were able to do it in a way that's actually kind of like menacing and makes sense for the story. You know, like I don't know. Her costume design was great. Strange looked more or less the same, except for I think he had like the cross design or whatever that he kind of has in a lot of the comics. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He had that. Wong, I don't know what he looks like in the comics, so he might not be accurate at all, but he's cool, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah.
Good movie. I still don't know why, but good movie.
Exactly.
All right.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Guess we're almost at an hour, so.
Are we really?
Yeah, 55 minutes. I think that's what that means anyway. If
Jeez.
I learn that we haven't been recording this whole time, I'm going to crap myself, but no, we've been recording. Audio position, yeah.
And I muted this for no reason. Oh my gosh.
We'll just have to dub over it like
like they did in Doctor Strange.
Exactly, yeah.
We don't even know if that happened. But...
I don't know, but it's sure, it's possible.
Alrighty. Well, what did you guys think of Doctor Strange? Do you guys know why you liked it? I hope you do. It'd be one step up from us. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Leave an essay in the comments
yes.
about why you liked it.
5 paragraphs, MLA. We need a good thesis statement.
I'm talking like 5 pages.
5 pages. Good MLA. Need a good thesis.
Yeah.
Reference your sources, and I need a works cited page after that.
No plagiarism.
No plagiarism. 6 pages with the works cited page.
Exactly.
And I need an outline due tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And possibly an annotated bibliography.
Yes. That too. Oh, man.
I don't miss that.
I don't miss that either. Wow. Wow. Alrighty. Well, outro time, I guess. This has been fun, sir.
It has
I'm
been.
so glad we can do this in person.
I know.
Now.
After however,
Even
yeah,
though I'm
2.5 years.
I'm literally going back to Mississippi in like an hour.
Yeah.
Like I'm leaving right after this,
Dang.
pretty much.
So,
But
our
I'll be
next
back
one-
in August though for a week. We can record
Okay.
for like Thor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm sure we'll have stuff to record over the summer.
Hey, I mean, Miss Marvel comes out in June, so.
I need to get hyped for that. I'm not very hyped for that for some reason.
I'm not either. I don't know anything about Miss Marvel,
I need
so.
to get hype. Get off your
Get up!
seats.
Get hyped! And then I think She-Hulk comes out in August.
Does it really?
I think, or I don't know if that's official.
That I'm kind of excited for.
That could be cool.
Yes, I
Mark
haven't
Ruffalo's
seen
back.
Mark in a while.
I don't know if supposedly there's rumors that Daredevil will be there.
I'm
I
cool with
hope
that.
so. I hope so. I'd love to see Daredevil again.
I also just want to see King the Conqueror. The
Conqueror.
Conqueror. I want King the Conqueror to come back
Yeah. Well, he will. I don't remember when.
in Ant-Man, but like I want to see it happen before Ant-Man.
I think Sorry, I know we're about to do an outro. I can't remember. Doesn't Ant-Man come out this December?
I hope it does.
Because I think they switched
hope
it
it
with
does.
Marvels. Or wait, no. Or is
Please,
it February?
please. I need this year. I need this year.
be February.
Last year.
Dang it, it might be February. I might be stupid. I think it was December at one point, but now I think it's February. Yeah, I think it's February 17th, 2023. Yeah, so
I
Might
look
be.
like the Kendrick Lamar damn album cover.
what is he? No, does he like cover his face or how does I don't know?
Nah, he just
no.
looks down bad like I do right now. Down cataclysmic. Bro, he's got an album coming Friday, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw the video
so
where
excited.
he turned into a bunch of different actors,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or like they did like a deep fake,
yeah,
like
I
a
don't
bunch
know
of different
if-
people.
yeah.
But yeah, so it doesn't come out till February, I don't think. Marvels might be December then.
Pain.
I think they switched them.
Spain without the S. Pain.
Spain without the
S.
P.
Sane?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying.
Me neither.
Um.
Pain.
No, never mind. This one doesn't come
I
out.
can't wait to
till
hear that when I'm
2023.
editing it. Alrighty. Should I outro?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you thought of Doctor Strange. Down in those comments, down below, down. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe on YouTube. And if we get this on Spotify, I don't know if there are
Oh, I need to do that. I still haven't done that.
summer project, baby.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna get on Spotify. Okay, we're gonna do it.
We'll do it.
We're gonna do it.
New Year's resolution.
New-
Nay.
Yes. Never too late for a New Year's resolution.
Exactly.
But yeah, wherever you're listening, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you keep listening on wherever you're listening right now. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.